What's up, guys? Welcome back to Oregon Fishing Adventures. Today we are out here on a coastal river system on our very first trip of the year for winter steelhead. And steelhead are starting to be caught kind of low on the numbers right now, but that's to be expected. Rivers are just now dropping from the recent rains that we had, and I think they're looking pretty good right now. So we're gonna get out here, we're gonna fish today. We're gonna try to see if we can get hooked up with one. We're starting here, got 3 rods, one set up with a worm, one set up with spinner, and one set up with beads. We're gonna see what we can find today, but let's get the rods set up the rest of the way and get fishing. Alrighty, we're gonna get things started off today with the worm. We'll see how this goes and then move to the bead. Worm looks great, perfect. Probably gotta change this depth a couple times. Alrighty, guys, so I have an idea for winter steelhead season, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit of a series here on the channel that just kind of shows like me going out and fishing, because a lot of times what you don't see is you don't see a lot of the trips where we go out and we spend all this time fishing and we don't catch anything. But really, that's just part of fishing. You're not going to catch something every single time that you go. And so I feel like in the realm of YouTube, it makes a little bit of kind of an unrealistic idea of like what this type of fishing is like. So we are going to try to change that a little bit and just kind of show you guys like what I really go through in order to catch these fish and the effort that is required in order to catch these fish. And I think it might be an interesting little show. We got the bead rod going right now. Trying to work this hole here. The upper hole for this area is already taken by people. It's usually where I would like to go, but it's already packed up with peeps. Busy time of year, winter steelhead. Starting out with a single bead rig today. I just find that the single bead rigs tend to snag a little bit less than a double bead rig. But the nice thing about the double bead is you get 2 presentations at one time floating through a hole. So, oh, what? Straight bobber down right there. I don't know if that was actually a fish, but I've gone through that same spot a few times and not had a bobber down. So let's see. Yeah, nothing that time. But yeah, so we're just gonna put in the grind We're gonna try to catch some fish out of here today. And just try to have a great day on the water, guys. Let's go right through this hole where he just had a bobber down. Kind of closer to the bank. Fish on, guys, fish on. First fish of the day. Oh my gosh. Oh, baby. Fish on, bro. Really? Yeah. I threw the worm through here a bunch of times, and then I just switched to the bead. Yeah. Oh, come on. I don't have a net though. Oh, shit. I know.
I don't either.
Oh, let's see if I can get him on the bank.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's a nice fucking rainbow. That's a really nice rainbow.
Holy crap. It's wild.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I gotta get back in the water.
Ollie. Hey, come here.
Or I think it's wild. It looked like it anyways. Has an adipose fin and it doesn't look like a misclip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway.
Fish though.
Heck yeah, it is. First steelhead of the season, baby. Let's go. All right, let's get this guy unhooked. Oh, maybe. Perfectly in the lip though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just switched from a worm to a bead. Yeah, I literally, there he goes. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Literally just like ran the bead through here, like totally exhausted the fucking thing. Oh, dude. Yeah, you gotta go a bit shallower, like, whoo! Damn, let's go, baby.
Yeah, dude.
First steelhead of the season. I didn't even expect that, like, today, like, on this trip. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. And that was on the bead. I'm actually testing these new beads out. These are from 10%er Customs.
Are they like a soft bead or a hard bead?
Soft bead, yeah.
Okay.
But boom. Whew. Let's go, baby. Well, apparently they're in here. Here, let me hook you up with some beads, man. You said you have hard beads but no soft beads? What was your name, by the way?
My name is Wesley.
Wesley. I'm Kyle.
Kyle?
Yeah. Let's see. We'll get you a little assortment here.
How much weight do you have on your...
My bead setup is running a 1/2 ounce.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one.
I'll get you a nice little assortment here, dude. Let's see.
Holy shit. Okay.
I have so many beads. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll hook you up.
I have smaller. This is what I have as far as beads go.
Yeah, I'll try to give you a good little diversity here.
That's what I have for hard beads.
Oh, okay.
Hot pink and the red.
Gotcha. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to pick you out some good colors here.
I appreciate it, man.
And let's go a couple of the small size ones. Well, oh, did you snag? Oh, into the tree. Damn. Yeah, that tree Likes to claim a lot.
Man.
You might be able to get it back.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look, and a perfect drift right there. That's right where I pulled that fish from.
Is it?
Yeah, that drift right there. Right? Like, you basically just passed where I pulled that fish from. Sick. Once you get there, probably reel it in. You're gonna that tapping you're seeing is the bottom.
Cool to know that there's fish in here.
Oh yeah, it's great to find that out. I was so excited. My float drained and I was like, fish on! Your dog was over here, but I didn't know where your dog went.
Yeah, he's a wanderer, man.
All right. I got a nice little selection of stuff for you, man. And you have bead stops and everything?
No, I don't.
Well, here, I have a whole bunch of extra T-stops.
I've never ran like an actual like bead setup.
I have a whole bunch of extra T-stops, so I'll give you all these beads.
Oh my goodness, dude.
And I'll give you some extra T-stops.
Okay.
And because I have so many, I will also give you, hold on one second. I have a ton of these little glass beads
Okay.
from these guys.
Shit. Okay.
Like I said, I have a lot of beads.
Okay.
So,
is that just kind of like what works out here in general?
I mean, it's just something that I got into because I don't like dealing with messy bait.
Yeah.
But those are glass beads. Usually what I do with those is I'll run them wherever I want it. Like on my bead setup here, you can see I have it a couple finger lengths above. So I just run it through, like run a loop through with the line.
Yeah.
And then run it through a second time.
Okay.
And so then if you need to adjust it, you can actually just like push on one side,
So
whatever side you need to, and then you can pull it. Like it gets a little bit of slack in it. See?
So you just run a couple of loops through it?
2 loops and then butts right up to the bead.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I do. And then just keep that gap.
Yeah.
Keep that gap of like 2-3 fingers. And yeah.
Sick. Alright. When you're using a fixed, well, no.
Slip float.
Slip float.
Yeah.
So where do you have, how, oh, I see it.
Yeah, so the setup is basically, I got my bobber stop up top to adjust my depth. I'm not running that deep. This is how deep I was running when I caught that fish. And then 3-way barrel swivel. And then just run that down to this. And then sometimes, like, I adjust my length on this part right here, depending.
Yeah.
But this is like a good length for me, I find, because a lot of times I try to run a double bead setup too. And so I need that extra little bit to come off of here.
Okay.
I don't want it to be too long, so I can't like rig it up, you know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Man, I'm so excited that we got one on the board today. Can't believe it, like first trip out. I don't even think I've been out here for a whole hour. I got my first fish. That is not typical. But it is a great way to start off the steelhead season. So I cannot complain. We're gonna try a spinner through here. Been running that bead for a little bit longer, no luck. So we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go with a nice orange First Strike Lures spinner. This is size 5, ½ ounce. And we're gonna work this hole coming down through here. would be awesome to get a fish on a spinner because I did not get one last year. I tried and I tried to get one, but I did not hook up with one last year. On the spinner anyways. Hell yeah. You got hooked up? What you got? What you got? No, you got it! It's a trout! Let's go! Cutthroat? Is it a cutty?
Let's see. I don't think so. I don't see any red marks.
Here, I got pliers right here. Boom. Oh yeah, it's a cutty.
Yeah.
Nice. You want to use these? Woo. Got some hemostats for you. Cool.
Thanks, buddy.
I gotta go pick up a blower.
Awesome.
Good job, man. Alrighty, so we've changed things up. Trying a worm again. Come on. Dude, I don't think I could have got a better drift than that. Damn. I know, but not enough. Not enough. I see your bead. It's definitely visible in the water. All right, but yeah, we're trying different things here. Oh. Oh man. All right, guys, we got to the next spot here, and it's looking pretty good right now at the river level. Like things are, the spot looks great. I've already seen 2 fish jump. I couldn't tell if they were salmon or steelhead, but it sure smells like dead salmon around here. That's for certain. So we're getting everything set up here, and we're gonna see if we can find something that wants to play. So let's start with the first cast with the worm. Boom. Hear gunshots going off somewhere. Oh yeah, I got a nice little drift right there. Okay. The fish that I saw jumping were over here in the still water, but I don't know that I want to try that yet. We're gonna make a couple more casts through over here. Let's see what happens. Probably have to adjust depth on this worm a little bit as well. Just testing it right now, running it through. All right, we're gonna try to dredge a spinner through this slower water over here. Let's see if I can't pick something up. Because this is where I've seen fish jumping. The only question is if I can get one. It's a pretty deep hole, so I got a size 5 spinner on here as well. Help get down. Lots of traffic today. All right, let's get one straight out in front of us. Yeah, we're just at the very beginning of winter steelhead season, guys. So I'm actually really surprised that I got the one fish that I did today, and the fact that it was a wild was like even more awesome. So I mean, you know, it would be nice to get a fish to take home for dinner, but hey, I'm glad that I caught a wild on the very first day of steelhead season for me. That's a complete win in my book. So, I just got to keep putting in the grind all season. This river system doesn't even really pick up and get good until like January, so there's some fish trickling in, but I wouldn't expect the river to be like packed right now. So I'm sure that's the same with a lot of coastal fisheries at the moment for steelhead. Probably not really packed full, but there's some fish coming in at least. I'm trying to keep this spinner, guys, out of the water that I want to drift through. There's a couple lines here in this hole that I can drift. And so I'm trying to keep the spinner on the inside, this more calm water, so that way I don't disturb the other side as much. Because I'm going to throw a bead through that other side in a minute. Alrighty, probably going to make a couple more casts through here with the bead set up. And then I will try to run a spinner through here again. And then I think we're going to move down river a little bit more. There's another spot that I would like to hit before it gets dark. So we'll see. Pagan across bottom over there. But yeah, there's another spot downriver a little ways that has a nice little run through it. And then I think that will probably be the last one for the day. We're already in the afternoon. So, spent a lot of time at that first spot. Alright, we're to the last spot for the day. This spot has a nice little seam right here that I like to fish. Kind of a slot that goes through the rocks. Can be a little tricky to fish if it's too high and you can't see the slot. But because all this side closer to me, like probably at least 15 feet out from the bank, all of that is pretty shallow. But right there, right out where my bobber is, there's a seam there where it deepens. Continues down a little ways here as well. But yeah, we're gonna make a few casts. There's also an upper seam right up here that I'll try to fish. I'm gonna deepen my worm a little bit. But we're gonna fish through this with the worm and then with the bead, and then we'll move up to that next hole. So, alrighty. Oh man, we had no luck in the bottom hole, so I just moved to the upper hole. Switched to the bead setup, and had something go on. Might have been a rock out there though. But we're gonna try to work this hole over here. And then probably call it. I think this will be the last spot for the day. But either way, I'm stoked. I got a wild steelhead. Wild winter steelhead the very first day that I got out here for steelhead season. Like, I am just kind of amazed by that, honestly. So, I definitely did not expect it. I was like, nah, first day is just gonna be like a get out there, warm up, feel out the river. But nah. The river had other plans. And I thought I was going to put on a double bead setup at some point, but I never ended up doing that. So I've just been running single bead all day. Maybe tomorrow I'll run a double bead setup. Ooh, right into that slot. Okay. But yeah, guys, one of the main things, if you guys want to try to do steelhead or salmon fishing, definitely make sure that you can put in the time to get out on the water. You're not going to catch a fish every trip. And I honestly wouldn't expect to catch a fish every trip. So, yeah, make sure that you're putting in that time. And I'm sure before long you will find one. Okay, let's run this inner seam. Always want to try to keep slack out of your line when you have your bobber coming towards you. That way, if your bobber does go down, you can get a hook set pretty quickly. Not have a ton of slack out there. Okay, now we're shallowing up. Okay. Let's see. Alright guys, we're gonna finish this one out here. It's been an absolutely awesome day. I'm so glad I caught a fish today. We got a wild steelhead on the board. First day out for opening weekend of steelhead season. I couldn't have asked for a better start to the season than that. So we're gonna get out here tomorrow. The river's looking really good right now. As you can see here behind me, perfect green water. And we're gonna get out here tomorrow, see if we can find another one. Probably go a little bit lower in the system. There's a few spots down lower that I would have liked to fish today, but I spent a lot of time in that first spot after catching that one, so we will see what happens tomorrow, but we're going to get out of here before it gets too dark. Going to try to edit this video up tonight so we can get it out quickly for you guys, and then should be back on the water tomorrow to have some more fun. So we'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that thumbs up if you did. Drop a comment if you're steelhead fishing this season, and maybe we'll see you guys out there. Alright, see you guys next time on another Oregon fishing adventure. Peace.